Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called The Mind's Eye. This is a 2015 movie. It was released September that year. It does not come with a rating. It runs about an hour and a half, and it stars Graham Skipper, Lauren Ashley Carter, and John Sparektikos. Sparektikos. Uh, this has a full summary, so here we go. Zach Connors and Rachel Meadows were born with incredible psychokinetic capabilities. When word of their supernatural talent gets out, they find themselves the prisoners of Michael Slovak, a deranged doctor intent on harvesting their powers. After a daring escape, they are free from a sinister institution, but the corrupt doctor will stop at nothing to track them down so that he may continue to siphon their gifts for his own use. This is The Mind's Eye. Well, thank you everybody for watching this video. If you'd like any correspondence with me outside of YouTube, I do have my Facebook page. It's Danny's Movies and Music. Lots of bonus content on there. So if you want to check that out, I'd appreciate it. This movie comes to me as research that I do at the beginning of every month. And it's a little of an older movie, but relatively unknown. There's a little under 2,000 grades on IMDb, so people have seen it, over the course of 5 years. But I expected there to be more traffic on it, being that old. So yeah, it's an interesting movie to say the least. It has a very interesting concept that has been done before, lots of many different ways. But the first thing that pops up into my brain is X-Men, and we have the character Jean, and we have the Doctor, who have these kind of psychokinetic powers. And so I would say that it likes to copy a lot of different movies, but it has a twist on it where it has many people having the power. So but it's a mild version of X-Men, I would say. And then the Doctor component, where he's trying to siphon power from people and become his own entity or something. I would completely describe that from Resident Evil. I think they did it a lot better. It was more creative with Resident Evil. He kind of turned into something. And they kind of have that concept here, but it doesn't get as creative as Resident Evil did it. So it's a mild version of Resident Evil also. So you could probably name 10 different things, with people having psychokinetic powers. But this also takes a different approach on that. So instead of X-Men, where we just say these people have superpowers, The Mind's Eye says that we are in the real world, we're in America, and there's 125 people in the country that have said that they have these powers, and they're able to use them. And now, after we found out that so many people have the power, we're starting to track certain ones down that we know are powerful. And so it really does have that real world feeling. And it feels like, this is a doctor at an institute. These are normal, everyday people that have psychokinetic abilities. And they're just living their lives. And they're just, doing this and doing that. And it does not feel like, a mutant movie or an X-Men movie or Resident Evil movie. It just seems very founded, very real world, basic. So in a way that kind of helps it, because it keeps us founded and keeps us in reality, and we know that everything that's happening, nobody's superhuman, everybody can die. It has some creative ways of killing people for sure. And so that is a good element for it to have. Do I think that they handled the real world element interestingly enough? Not really. It gets kind of boring, and it compares so mildly to so many other things, and I just think that it gets boring. And to put it, that's like the simple way to say it. There's more to it, but I think it's pretty much boring. I do like the actors in here. I think they handled their stuff okay. I don't think yet, that it's their fault that the filming is bad or the writing is bad or anything like that. I think that it is their fault that they don't know how to react to certain situations. That some of the things that don't make sense, they maybe could help push along a little bit more. But honestly, I think that some of the movie critics out there and some maybe superhero ultimate fans could sit there and watch this movie and just criticize it the whole time for not really making sense or not going above and beyond. I mean, my first thing and probably my biggest note was we've seen movies like Chronicle and X-Men where people with telekinetic powers can at least make themselves fly. And for some reason in this movie they don't have that. So that's just one like big note of how mild this movie is, of an approach they're taking, why they don't, do everything else that other movies have done to try and look impressive. It's like they're happy just being what they are and trying to make sense for their world and not trying to take notes from any other universe. So I think that'll hurt it a little bit, but mostly I enjoyed this movie because I like movies where people have powers. We just got done watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The finale was last night. So people in there have powers and stuff. I mean, this is an interesting idea to have multiple people with the same kind of power. It's just been done so many times that I don't think this movie is going to measure up. So I think a good grade for this is a B minus. I don't agree with the grade online. I think that's kind of cruel. I don't think it was a bad movie by any measure. I just think the Doctor was a little out there and crazy, and the movie is held back with its limitations. So a B minus for the mind's eye. I do hope you guys are able to seek it out and at least give it a chance. So thank you. My name is Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy your movies. Thanks.